Chilli from TLC. Hey, thanks so much for joining us on WTOP.
Thanks for having me. Good morning.
Hey, we're talking because TLC is coming to the Hollywood Casino in West Virginia on Saturday, August 27th. Excited for
Yay!
that's a big get for that casino, if you ask me. What do we got? Are we going to hear all the greatest hits? Anything new, or what are we going to hear?
Well, we're definitely gonna, not let you down as far as hearing songs that you love, and songs that weren't singles that people love. Those album cuts that were great. And just a bunch of energy on stage, like we always do. That's our thing. If we can't go on stage and bring all the energy and dance and sing our butts off, then we can't do this,
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. Well, whenever I have someone on, someone as famous as yourself, I always love to hear how you got into this music racket to begin with. So I know the group formed in Atlanta, around 90, 91-ish, right? So how did you
Yeah.
actually meet T-Boz and Left Eye and get this whole thing rolling?
Yeah. I met them. I was dancing with LaFace's first duo, Damien and Dame, and in LA and Face. I met them and I walked up to them and I was just like, I can sing. You want to hear me sing? Start singing.
L.A. Reid and Babyface, just for the listeners. Yeah.
Yeah. L.A. Reid, Babyface. Nobody big, and ironically, Tion and Chilli. Oh my gosh. Tion and Lisa.
You're Chilli.
I know, I'm Chilli. They had just, the other member, made an exit, and they were on the verge of looking for a third member. And LA told his then wife Pebbles about me, and she came down, and I met her, and she knew I could dance, and then I followed her back to her office to meet the girls, and started singing. And that same night, this is so crazy, upon meeting them for the very first time, we put together a routine, everything, and that's when we established the whole T-Boz, with this what can I say? Her voice is very unique. It's beautiful, very unique, and like that rasp sound,
gravelly.
Sound. And then, I sang a song by In Vogue, and because she did a song by Guy, so it was like the dynamic of that. And then Lisa rap, and so that night everybody knew their role, and it's been history after that. So.
The rest is history. Let's go through a little of that history in the short time we have here. So I know the first album, Ooh, on the TLC tip. Ooh, I don't know if I held that long enough. There's a lot of O's. Ooh, on the TLC.
Yeah,
it came out and
you have to hold it out.
Ooh, on the TLC tip. 92. Okay. I had songs like Baby, Baby, Baby. Tell me about putting together that one real fast.
Well, working with the most amazing songwriter and producer of all time, Babyface, and he wrote that song. And I have to say, out of all the producers that I've worked with, and I've worked with some great ones, and it's no shade to them or anything, but he is, because he's a vocalist, he's like the best to record your vocals. He's going to bring out the absolute best in you. And so that is what he did, and he's so much fun. A lot of people don't know that about him, but we bring out the silly in everybody.
We've interviewed him a couple times, and I can totally see that. He's
He's really funny.
Yeah, he's a blast. All right, well, so then that tees up. I mean, that first album was cool and all, but you couldn't have predicted how massive the next one, CrazySexyCool, in '94. I was in 4th grade, full disclosure.
My gosh.
This is like, but that album was everywhere. We rode around, and that was when buying CDs was a big deal. So I mean, the record sales just went crazy. It wasn't just multi-platinum. I think it was like diamond by the time you all were done. Winning Grammys for best R&B album, the whole thing. But take me into the huge song of that, of course, was Waterfalls. I mean, it dealt with some pretty heavy subject matter, but it was also really catchy. But any good stories about just who wrote it, the creation of it?
Well, Organized Noise, Rico Wade produced it, and Marquez was the writer. And it's so funny because like on the hook, like the chorus, CeeLo Green is singing on that too with us.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know that, but if you go back now and you listen, you will hear his voice like blended in with ours. And you know, he did that because everybody, you know, we were all such a close family because we were on the same label, and you know, it was really great working together. And it's so funny because when I heard the song and when we decided that it was going to be a single, like radio didn't get it at first. You know, they were like, "Don't go chasing waterfalls." Like, what? You know,
What are you talking about? Yeah.
Yeah, what are you talking about? So the video is what brought the lyrics together. And so when the video came out and people got a chance to visualize everything, then the words, it was like, oh my gosh, that's what they're saying, you know. So it touches so many people in so many different ways on different levels. So yeah. It was a good time. It was a good time. But I knew it. I said it back then. No, I said it the first album. The girls thought I was crazy. I was just like, because we were at a photo shoot and we had like a proof. The proof pictures looked like Polaroids, you know, back then. And so I looked at it and I think I was mad at them that day. I didn't even want them to touch me in the photos. You know what I mean? I was just like, you know, I was not feeling either one of them that day. But I looked at that picture and I saw the chemistry between the three of us. And now, you know, the two. And I knew it. I was like, we're going to be the biggest girl group ever. And they just looked at me all crazy. I said, I'm telling you, watch what I tell you.
Yeah.
So.
And you were, I'm pretty sure, you're the top selling girl group ever, right? That's pretty crazy.
Well, we are. We hold that title. So we're
the record.
Very, very blessed. Yes.
Absolutely. Well, I mean, and by the way, that album wasn't just Waterfalls. You had Creep, Keep It on the Down Low, Red Light Special, Digging on You, Digging on Me, Baby. I mean, we could sing it. We could sing them all day. But I know our time is limited, so I do want to move on really quick to FanMail. It came out in like '99. Man, there were some huge songs on that too. Tell me about No Scrubs. And I always loved how you define the term in the song. So you created pop culture by saying, hey, by the way, guys, a scrub is a guy who thinks he's fly, also known as a buster. So you let us listeners know what it's about. But was that the key to that one?
Well, yeah, you know, it was funny because when I first heard the song, it had like a couple more cuss words in, so I took those out. I was like, okay, we'll just keep the two that's kind of, I guess, necessary or whatever. But I instantly knew, like even before I heard the lyrics, when the music, like that part, I was just like, hey, what's that? You know, and when I heard it, I was in the studio 2 days later recording that record. Because I was like, this is the one right here. And, a lot of guys were upset with us, you know.
Oh well, they were hanging out the passenger side of their best friend's ride, and you called them. You called them out. You called them out.
Hey, you know, they say a hit dog will holler, so I guess that's what was happening.
Exactly. I loved it. It's such like a great girl power song. But then on the other side too, you had Unpretty come out, and talk about how it sort of, you know, it inspired a lot of young girls, or heck, even boys nowadays. But, you know, you're saying, you know, you buy your hair if it won't grow, fix your nose. If he says so, you can buy all the makeup, but you can't look inside of you. You know, talk about how that was sort of like an empowerment statement.
Well, yeah, I mean, I don't know. We all have our own insecurities. And the thing that makes those insecurities stand out more a lot of the times, obviously in school, like kids are sweet, but they can be mean, you know, and
lots of bullies.
Absolutely. And those things become bigger to you. And it's just awful, you know, the things that you go through during those times in your life, you know, the adolescent times. And so even now, more so than ever, because of social media, I feel that our song is just kind of stands the test of time with that, because sadly, you're always going to have issues like that, you know, but it's like the song really encourages people to embrace, because none of us are perfect. We all have imperfections, but that's what makes you unique, you know? And so I love that song. I love when we're singing it, because I'm looking at the audience you know, some people actually are in tears. It really touches them, you know, and so it just lets us know that what we're doing, like the catalog that we have is, you know, one that is pretty good.
I would say so. I would say so. So many songs over the years that everyone loves. Before we run, we do have to touch on, you know, we'd be remiss if we don't mention it. You know, the big tragedy in 2002 when you lose 1/3 of the group. You know,
Yeah.
the L in TLC, Left Eye, tragically killed in that car crash. I guess
Yeah.
it was what, shooting a documentary in Honduras or something, I think, or a charity in Honduras.
No,
What was it?
she just loved Honduras, you know, that was like her second home, you know, and she went there a lot, spent a lot of time there. That's where her, you know, she got her solace and all of that. And I remember she wanted us to come, but I remember specifically asking her, I said, because I'm afraid of the dark, you know, and so is Tion, but you know, at that time I think I was maybe a little bit more. And I was like, Lisa, is there a TV in the room? She was like, no television. I was like, what? So that was my reason for not going.
Wow.
Otherwise, I definitely would have gone to visit, you know, this place that she loves so much. But
yeah.
yeah.
It's really sad. Well, just tell me about how you were able to overcome that, the remaining two of you, and be able to pick yourself off the ground. Because a lot of groups couldn't bounce back from that, but you came back, and, you know, I guess 3D came out, and then TLC came out, the fifth album. But talk about how that's sort of a testament to your endurance, and while also keeping paying tribute and keeping the legacy alive, you know.
Well, it goes back to just, you know, your faith, our faith in Jesus Christ, you know, because we are prayers, you know, we pray. And you don't fully get through something like that. I don't know how you can, you know, because I miss her still. We miss her to this day. We'll miss her as long as we live, and we still love her, you know. And so time helps, you know, and but you never get over it 100%.
Yeah, it's like a line in anyone that's lost anyone knows it's a line in your life
Yeah.
where it's almost everything that happened before that and everything after that. It's
Right,
always going to be
exactly.
different, and time hopefully just heals a little bit. But
Right.
well, anyway, it's been great to follow your all's career, and we're so glad that you're still going, and that, you know, the group didn't just fall apart after that. That you're back, you're still
Oh
touring.
no,
Great.
never ever. TLC forever.
TLC forever. You got the highest selling girl group ever. You got to keep that going until the end of time, until you're in all the Hall of Fames. All right. Well, we appreciate it. Again, it's TLC at Hollywood Casino in West Virginia on Saturday, August 27th. Everybody get your tickets. Thank you so much for taking the time to talk to us.
Oh no, it was a pleasure. Thank you.